I was reflecting on how just grateful I am around some relationships I've developed through the last decade plus. And a relationship that really matters a lot to me is my coach. Through the last 7-8 years, at times I've had two coaches, but there's been one consistent coach I've had the entire time, and her name's Terry. And she's incredible. And what's so incredible about who she is as a person is that I always feel like she cares about me, not first as a client, but as a person. And it's really hard to like articulate what I mean by that, but I just know she, prays for me when she knows I'm not feeling well. I know if I've had a really bad or rough day, like I can just reach out to her, and that's so special. And so what I wanted to share today is the first time I ever hired a coach. I had coaches growing up, right? Like, so I played sports, baseball, most specifically. I golfed, I played tennis. I wasn't really good at any of them, but coaching did make me better. Right. And, so that was really my only exposure to coaching. And so in 2016, I became a team leader of a real estate office. And so I was running like the day-to-day operations. I was running a staff of 12. I was overseeing nearly 300 agents at the time, and which then grew to 400 plus agents. And I got assigned this coach, right? I'm blessed that Keller Williams invests in its people and has coaching, right? And so I get this coach and I'm like, well, what do I talk to a coach about? And so at first it was like, I didn't come to the calls prepared. I just showed up on time for the calls and answered the questions I was being asked, right? But the relationship quickly morphed and it grew. And what I realized is a couple things. And so I guess what I'm sharing here is, one, it's a moment of gratitude for Terry because she's incredible. And my life and my wife's life is so much better today because she's in my life. And I'm thankful for that. Number two is, I wished I would have known certain things at the start of that relationship that would have maybe maximized the relationship even quicker. And one of them is, as my week was going on, I started journaling down or writing down like, okay, I'm going to ask Terry this question. And so I had it, my own journal. I still have it to this day, where I write like a situation or a circumstance or a question that I want to ask on the call. I want to be super specific on the call, right? So that's one aha. The second aha is to just be super vulnerable. When they ask questions that are tough, that's awesome. I used to think I have to have, the answer to it. Like I had to have the answer or I wasn't a good client. And what I realized is that when they're asking the tough or deeper questions, I may not have the answer for that for months. But our brains are so magical and amazing that they work on it in the background. And then all of a sudden you'll have a call. Like just recently I had an amazing call with Terry. Every call is great, but I had an amazing call where it was just like, I had all these ahas and takeaways, and I'm writing all these notes on the call. And what I realized after reflecting and meditating later that week is that it was a series of calls leading up to that one where Terry had asked different questions to challenge me and push me. And I had a breakthrough. And it's just, anyways, I just wanted to share that moment because I didn't understand coaching at the time. To be honest, it kind of intimidated me at one point. And so I guess if you're sitting here and you're currently with a coach and you're not sure if it's, the relationship that you fully desire, or maybe you've never considered coaching before, you're not certain what it is, it's okay. Like we've all been there at some point. Coaching for me has opened up a world that allows me to reach for my fullest potential. Coaching for me pushes me to explore what could be when my self-talk says, don't do that, or that's a dumb idea, don't even consider it. Coaching for me is like, hey, Terry, is this something I should think about? And then 3 or 4 questions later, she's got me going, well, why wouldn't I? Right? And let's chunk that down and put it into action. So just wanted to share that with you. And again, Terry, if you're checking this out, thank you from the bottom of my heart.